I think I was home at like 5:30 or something.
Yeah, then we got in here. I am coming at you because I said, what? We're not going to start till 8 now? You said, no. Eating, bitch. Oh, hell, plankton. Conspiracy theory. Lame as a cult leader.
Wait.
I'm not. I'm going last.
Not it.
Pause. I'm going last because I know I'm gonna go off on a tangent and mine's not like real shit. Mine's about a fucking cartoon. So I feel like it would be funnier to end with mine because y'all are going on about serious shit. And I'm like, okay, but on some real shit though, how does this make you feel? And hit them with some SpongeBob shit, you know? It's not that I don't want to go first because I'm excited about my topic. I'm ready to fucking talk, man. Does my mic sound okay? Do we sound fine? Okay. If I hit share my screen now.
I am going to let my dogs outside one more time.
Why?
Not the first one. The flag. Absolutely the fuck not. I said not the one with the video with the flag. Well, not only that, but like, I'm sorry, but if our astronauts can't even touch the fucking moon without like bouncing around, how is the flag gonna flow normally? It would also be floating upward.
Yeah, momentum from hitting it.
weeks later and she's still on the same bullshit, bro. I just smoked a joint.
Getting into it.
It's called vocal training. You wouldn't know about it.
Vocal warm-ups.
DJ, quit playing games. Be a part of the conversation.
Wow! 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 Wow!
It's not a conspiracy, it's all true. I don't know, I think we looked most of it up. And a lot of it was like talking about how the world would react to a mass new yeah. It was all stuff about a new disease and how it would impact the world, and it was all very accurate, and it was all simulations that some what was it, like some company or that was hired by the government, some government thing, maybe. Wasn't it like this would be like a military ploy? Yeah. I think it even talks about COVID in it too. Because COVID's also just like isn't COVID just like a cold? But the new strand was like. Yeah. Is that why my eggs are like $7 a fucking box now?
Welcome to the stream, everybody. We are doing podcast episode 3, where we are talking conspiracies. We have here today Kazuma Cars, myself, and KP Dead. I'm excited. This is going to be a fun episode. I have some cool stuff to talk about. It's going to be a little bit of a real-life conspiracy, a little bit of like a TV show conspiracy type of thing, so it'll be a little bit of everything. We're going to end on the lighter note of like TV shows and stuff like that, so TV shows meaning like Simpsons theories and SpongeBob theories and a couple other ones I've heard here and there, and same thing with Kaylee. And then the real life theories are really gonna be, you know, like governmental conspiracy theories or celebrity conspiracy theories, things like that. So with nothing else to be said here, I'm gonna go ahead and hop straight into the podcast. It's King Red is missing today, as you can see. My boy right here, he is missing today. He had some plans, and I think he was actually missing from last podcast too, but he is a very, very busy boy, so hopefully next podcast we'll get him, because I think next podcast we are going to start our D&D, so all March, for the 2 and or 3, I think we might have podcasts in March, every episode is going to be a D&D session. So make sure you guys be aware of that. That's going to be super fun. I'm excited for it. Let's hop right into the podcast. All right, I opened up. Let's go. Is it here? Hello?
Yep, we're here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so this episode, like I was saying earlier, is about conspiracies, and we're gonna end with like the TV show ones and stuff. So we can start with like the more real life ones. I kind of wanted to start with this little post note here. You can't really see it on stream because my camera's small, but I will show you guys. I do have it, and hell yeah! Thank you for the follow. I'm Pluto. Greatly appreciate that. And I found this back when I was in college, and I was in college in like 2019, and Kazuma is my older brother. He remembers me finding this because I asked him like what the fuck some of this shit was, and at the time he joked and he was like, oh, it's nothing. But I kept it all this time because I thought it was funny because at the top it says always do your own research with 3 exclamation points, and it said for your consideration please look the following up, and it has like all these little different things you should look up with different years and references. And one of them being, hold on, can I open another tab here? Okay, let me open one up here. Okay, we'll just get a Google tab open on stream. One moment. Gotta try to do this efficiently so we can still see everybody. Alright. So like one of the things, just for example, was like, Jordan, I wish we could remember the one me and you talked about. I really do.
Yeah, it's one of them. What are...
So I know it's not Operation Paperclip because that's a pretty well-known one. That I don't even know if that's considered a conspiracy theory. Is it, or is this a true? Or was Operation Paperclip? Wasn't that a real event?
That's true.
Yeah, okay. That's a completely real event. So yeah, it's not that one. Was it Dark Winter, June 2001? I don't think so. But let me look that one up.
I don't know if we ever could find that one. I think that was one that was... Maybe not. Maybe we did find it, because I remember we did try to look up all of these.
Oh, dude, no, it is this one. Holy fucking shit. So, this is crazy. What the fuck is this? So, this is actually, what this is the Dark Winter, held at something, was portrayed a fictional scenario depicting a covert smallpox attack on United States citizens. It's set in 3 successive National Security Council meetings, segments 1, 2, and 3, that take place over a period of 14 days. It is like, this is the one me and you read through that was super crazy. But, okay, so the findings are, an attack on the United States with biological weapons could threaten vital national security interest, have massive civilian casualties, break down essential institutions, violation of democratic processes, civil disorder, loss of government confidence, and reduce U.S. strategic flexibility among the ways a biological attack must compromise U.S. security. So listen, let me tell you something crazy about this right here. The reason that is so insane is because that is a article from, what was that? It was a portrayed fictional event from 2001. And that sounds an awful lot like the thing in which you cannot speak about or else you're canceled among everybody and everywhere and everyone hates you. But I'll say it, I don't care. It sounds a lot like a fictional COVID-19. Yes, it's smallpox, but it's still a biological weapon that was released among the United States people. You feel me? You see why that's so weird? Yeah. That's one of the wild articles. And it wasn't, I have another question. Wasn't Project Mockingbird a real thing?
Yes, I believe.
You do know that was?
I have to.
I'm surprised you wouldn't know, DJ. I think it has to do with the military.
Sounds familiar, but off the top of my head.
Oh, whoops. So sorry. My bad.
So it's a large-scale program by the CIA, began early Cold War, attempted to manipulate domestic American news media organizations. Interesting.
Because wasn't this around Nixon?
So that's a real event too.
67-ish.
No,
Yeah.
that's JFK died in 67, didn't he? November 1967.
The groups were exposed in 67.
Okay, so that's that's some shit that's the same way. It's like
Nixon went into office in '69. My bad.
Okay, so that would be JFK, right? JFK 60. Have Kazuma share his screen and be the info guy. That's what chat is saying. Have once Jordan usually does. Jordan, share your screen and be the info guy, or whoever has the article.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, what is the Project Mockingbird, dude? This note is so crazy. I found this on a gas pump when I was in college. I'm telling you, I went to go pump, and how it was wrapped around it was, you know how gas pumps have like the rubber seal, like the rubber handle around them. It was wrapped in. It was like tucked in that. So somebody took the time to do that. When I grabbed it, it scared me because I didn't know what was on it. Because I'm a little anxious person. And then when I grabbed it again, I felt it. And I was like, "What is that?" And I pulled it out, and then it was this. So let's pull this up real quick. Ooh, when did JFK die? 62? Damn, for as much as I love JFK, I'm a fucking fool, huh?
Wow.
63 he died.
Yeah, November 22nd, 1962.
I was about to say, yeah, I know it was November. Okay. So yeah, and then what was Project Mockingbird? Do you have the thing of that?
Let me go back.
I was reading the Wikipedia on it.
So it was a 63 CIA operation that involved wiretapping two journalists who had published classified information. Okay, the reason that's weird though, right, is because we have free media in the United States, correct?
Yep.
So it doesn't
And that's
matter.
the government encroaching on your privacy as well.
So yeah,
The
so
14th Amendment.
okay, so yeah, to sit there and say that they aren't actually watching and fucking with you and they don't care what you're doing, are you dumb? Are you truly stupid? Is that what you think? Can I have you look up another one of these real quick?
Yeah, which one?
So, I don't know what it's referencing or anything. All it says is Event 201. And I'd like to know what... Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know what it is?
No.
I think we looked this one up.
Dude,
John
it's the same
Hopkins.
thing. It's the same. It has to do with the same
It's a lot
fucking
of,
thing.
It was a lot of them were very similar.
Yeah, I found this in 2019, so COVID wouldn't exactly pop in just yet.
Event 201 was a 3.5-hour pandemic tabletop exercise that simulated a series of dramatic scenario-based
Oh, yeah.
discussions confronting difficult true-to-life dilemmas associated with response to a hypothetical but scientifically plausible pandemic. 15 global businesses, governments, and public health leaders were players in this simulation that highlighted unresolved real-world policy and economic issues that could be solved with sufficient political will, financial investment, and attention now and in the future.
What were you gonna say, Kazuma?
I was going to say what I was literally looking for while you guys were talking was a interview that Peter Daszak did in 2019 before the pandemic took off, where he was telling people that he's studying the COVID viruses in these local caves because there's populations near the caves, and he wants to study the crossover between humans and these coronaviruses. And that was before the pandemic broke out, like a few months.
So it's crazy
That's the interview I'm looking for right now.
It's crazy you mentioned that because I know exactly what you're talking about, because me and Caitlin had this conversation the other day when I told her that we were doing a conspiracy podcast, and she said, dude, do you remember when we were in college? Because obviously me and Caitlin went to the same college for a little bit. And
and where were these caves at? Wuhan, China.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
that's where they were at, and that's where he was studying them.
But I had a professor in college who was a female, and she had a double PhD, one in statistics and the other one that was biology maybe or something. It had something to do with the body. I think it was biology. I don't know. But she was teaching a statistics course because she loved that type of shit. She loved taking like polls of people and things and blah blah blah, okay? She loved that stuff, taking like massive polls, and that's what she specialized in. And I remember my first semester of college. I do. It was August. I remember taking her course, and the first thing she talked about, and I told my wife, I was like, dude, that class was kind of scary because that bitch like scared the fuck out of me and her because the way she talked about COVID. She said there is going to be something coming that you guys do not understand. There is going to be a pandemic that's coming for America that is going to shut everything down. You think that you've seen America stop before? You haven't. It's going to stop. And me and Caitlin were like, what is this fucking crazy psycho bitch woman on? Like, we were literally, like, freaked out by her. But then the next time we came to class, she then talked about all the statistics of, like, pandemics and what they do. And, like, the Spanish flu was the best, like, she could compare it to because everyone, even after we had it, compared it to that. And she was like, but in this day and age, she said it's so much more advanced and blah, blah. But I also agree with the Joe Rogan side of things where the average Joe, like myself, KP, Cars, Kazuma, like I think that I had it twice. One time from actually, I'm going to go ahead and at Pluto in chat. Pluto gave everyone fucking COVID one time, that fool. Literally. Like, holy shit. So, it's not that saying...
it was me.
You did too. That's why I've had it twice. That's what I was saying. I don't think that it was like... I don't think that it's deadly to the average individual that can keep themselves healthy and fit and blah blah blah, but the high risk people. But do I think that it was really wild that that woman called it like that? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just like The Simpsons, bro. I'm telling you.
Dude, you say enough crazy shit, eventually it'll be right. Like, eventually it will come true.
Oh my god, is it even a conspiracy theory? I always have to ask Kazuma this because he I feel like knows about this really well. What the fuck is the Bohemian Grove?
Oh my god.
Like, can
Just
we...
some
like
place
Molech,
where rich
the
folks
Algon.
go.
But do they actually dress up all crazy? And, like, did he get... Like, that's what I'm saying.
Alex Jones got the footage.
Like,
Yeah.
I
what the fuck?
don't
That's
know what we're talking
crazy.
about.
Oh, you don't know what the
dude.
Bohemian Grove is? Can somebody dumb it down really good for Kaylee what the Bohemian Grove is?
DJ, go.
You might be able to find the footage because Kaylee, you wouldn't believe that this
That's
type
what
of
I'm
shit's
trying to
real.
find. It's like a place out. Where is it even at? Do we know?
I think it's in California. I'm almost positive.
Yeah,
Why would it
like
not
that.
be? Because that's where a lot of them are. If not, it's in Washington.
Well, there's recording of Nixon saying some things about it.
About it as well? Can you find that?
Yeah, I'll try to.
I was about to say, dude, if it's been around that long, you know it's, like, for sure something. Like, but what do they do there? It's always been speculated what they do there because it's supposed to be, like, a hyper secret thing. Oh, do you have it?
No one really knows. It's like a, I don't know, like a, what they call them. What do they call them? Like an alumni?
It's
This
okay, call it what it is,
Like a
son.
group
Call it
you
a
join?
motherfucking cult. Would you just call it what it is? Call it like
So
you
there's,
see
back in
it.
the day,
the
Alex
exact.
Jones actually snuck into the place.
And this is the footage he got, correct? It's really shitty because this is pretty old footage, though, right? This was like 2009 or 10, maybe?
I don't even know what year. This was from 17 years ago.
God damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, they burn effigies
2008.
of humans to an owl god.
So what's that arrow pointing to there? The effigy?
I don't know what he's pointing to. He's saying
He
it's
said the
effigy, but maybe
cranium.
that black splodge on the bottom.
But anyways, Kaylee, this place is where
Then
a
they
bunch
dress
of...
up and do weird rituals. And if you look at the property from Google Maps, it's really weird because they have like train cars and paths everywhere. I think there's a golf course on one point and a pond.
Yeah.
The place is decked out.
It's really, yeah, but you can't go there. If you're caught going there, people are gonna, like, roll. Here's the thing. There's also people that, like, try to go there on YouTube and shit like that. Because me and DJ try to find videos of,
It's
like...
all gated off.
Yeah, people trying to hike in there. And if you try to, like, jump the gates and shit, it's insane how, like, people on gators and side-by-side just immediately fucking roll up out of
Instantly know
nowhere.
you're there.
Yeah, instantly. And they're like, hey, this is private fucking property. You need to get out of here. And it's like, bro, how do they know? Like, what the fuck is that place? But it's only, like, really,
They
really
have
prestigious
sound
people. Okay, Deadlock. But no, for real, they have really, they have really prestigious people that go there, but the thing is, Alex
It's
Jones for a long time tried to prove this was a thing because there's always a joke that like, oh, the Illuminati is what famous people do. And Alex Jones is like, no. They do like this weird shit here. And everybody was like, no, they don't. But then he got that footage to prove it. And now, I don't know if they still do that shit. I'd like to find out. That'd be cool. Kai Cenat, yo, let me know. Do they do that shit at the fucking Bohemian Grove still? I don't know. Dude, this is one podcast, 100%. I'm gonna straight say it right now. Alex Jones, you can be on this bitch. I want to hear you just fucking yell for 2 hours. I'll do it. Tell me how the water literally turned the frogs gay, because it's facts.
Right.
Everyone freaked out about that. Honestly, I'm gonna also say if he didn't do the thing where he was trying to accuse crisis actors, people would still take him seriously. Because if that,
yeah,
I was about to say that fucked him up forever. Because like, holy shit.
Not serious, but it might be a little funnier now in the mainstream media.
It wouldn't have got him like removed from everything. He's like not even allowed on certain platforms.
Sure.
Yeah, because of those accusations that he was making. Not that he definitely made those accusations. I'm not defending him on that at all because that was horrific of him to do that.
Well, he lost the lawsuit on it. So.
Yeah, multiple. Yeah. Just not just one, but multiple civil ones too. But Bohemian Grove's a crazy one. That is like, is that a conspiracy theory? I don't know. I think the New Age Bohemian Grove, truthfully, was like Epstein's Island before motherfucker. What'd they say? He committed sewer slide in prison. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
He.
Do you really think he did?
No.
Yeah. Do you want to see this video of Nixon talking about it?
Yes, and then we can get on to DJ's thing.
Talking
about
Bohemian Grove.
Talking about my people at the fucking Bohemian Grove. I should just get a pass immediately. Oh, I have it muted, I think.
No,
Can I
there's
rewind it?
no sound.
Well, you didn't check it.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Let's look at Northern California. You understand? Yeah. You know what San Francisco just gone. It's clear over. I know that, but it isn't just down in the rowdy part of town. But the upper class in San Francisco is that way. The Bohemian Grove that I attend from time to time, the Easterners and the others that come there. But it is the most faggy goddamn thing you will ever imagine in San Francisco. It's just terrible. I mean, I never want to shake hands with anybody in San Francisco.
But
It
that
is
was
the most faggy
Yeah.
goddamn
But if I
thing
remember
ever.
right, wasn't the Bohemian Grove, didn't it start out as like a place where artists would like gather
Yes.
and just hang out on the commune to do art and stuff? Yeah, and then
Yes.
over time rich people started joining and then you hard have to pay to go and whatnot.
Yeah, so
And
But
then
it
they
started off as a
burning
pretty-
people and fucking doing weird
Yeah, it started
shit.
off pretty benign. It's just artists who couldn't afford to make a living in the city just went out in this commune and made art together, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's the Bohemian Grove's a wild one. But DJ, you said you had a pretty good one, and then we can get on to Jordan's because I was about to say if we don't, I'm gonna be on this little post-it note forever, and we're already almost 30 minutes in, and I don't know. This was a really weird one.
Uh-oh.
So the world's gonna end, everybody. I hate to
Holy
tell you.
shit!
Yeah, the world's
Oh,
done
God.
for. We're
Hold
dead.
on, he literally made a whole. Oh my god, dude, he's
He
about to
just
put
did a power-
everybody in a
Oh
panic.
my god.
Yeah,
Um,
we're dead in 2032. So
Are you
I hate to tell you,
serious?
that's as long as we have.
Are you serious?
I'm dead. So the asteroid coming near Earth, the 2024 YR4.
Stop,
That's
Neil
the name
deGrasse. Neil
of it?
deGrasse Tyson, please stop. Stop. We're not
This
doing your
isn't even a-
conspiracy. We're not
this
doing yours
isn't
if it's
even a
about to scare
conspiracy.
everybody.
Well,
With some cold hard facts.
DJ's like, this isn't a conspiracy theory. These are facts. You're all
I'm just
fucked.
telling y'all dead.
Right.
This is real. This is reality. Just deal with it. So YR4 is the name of this meteor. It's about 100. It's about 130, 300 feet across ish. And fun fact, just the air burst alone could shatter like windows and cause major structural damage in cities. Just the airburst, just the thing flying through the air. That's it. And I don't mean no impact. Just the air alone. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, in 2032, it's coming near Earth, real close. Hold on, let me see if I can actually.
Are Are we gonna have to send them up like in Armageddon, like with special
Can I
spaceships
stream
and nukes?
this? Let me see if I can stream this.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys something too, DJ, while you're doing that. Can I stream this?
Now, I will say, the chances of it hitting Earth at February 13th, it was a 1.9, but they raised it to a 2.3 on the 13th. February 18th, they raised it to a 3.1 from a 2.3.
So is it that pink line? Hold on, is it that pink line?
Yes, the pink line is the
And then we're the
asteroid,
blue.
and we are the blue, not the light blue, just the normal blue. Above yellow.
It's fine.
This
We'll be
is the
on Mars
path
by
it's
then.
on. And they started when they started giving us
So
the
here's 2032.
When they
Boom.
started giving us stimulus checks.
Ooh.
yeah, so
Wait,
February
pause it.
13th when they started. What? I
Pause
can't
it.
pause it.
Oh, I was gonna say you can't pause it on. Yes, you can.
I don't think so. It's a GIF. How do you pause the GIF?
Oh, it's on a. Okay. Hold on. So
I can't pause the GIF.
it's actually on December 22nd of 2032
Well,
when it makes that collision.
almost Christmas. What do you know?
Hmm.
We won't get to see Christmas, boys.
We die in 3
Better
days
have it-
before God's birthday. Tell me that
Do you
shit
have
real.
any? So here's the
We're
crazy
gonna
part.
rise 3
I
days
know.
later.
I
Just
know
like
that is hyper dangerous, and let me tell you why. Because I'm gonna have to just share my screen to you guys, I guess.
I can show you the path of it.
Change my window real quick to this. So this is a crazy one that didn't even fucking hit Earth. Have you guys heard of this? The tungsten of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, DJ knows what I'm talking about. This didn't even hit Earth, by the way. So this motherfucker didn't even hit Earth, but when it exploded, it took out a whole forest, and to this day, it's never grown anything back. And it exploded over Earth, by the way, didn't even hit Earth. And it was
Yeah,
1908.
dude, look at my spreadsheet. You can see the size difference. It's on there. It's way bigger. Not way bigger, but
Than the
it's below
tungsten
the
event?
airplane. Yeah, look below the airplane.
Oh, okay. So what's the tungsten event? I can't really read the line.
To the left.
Oh,
It's the
that
dot
one?
on the left.
So yeah, that
Yeah,
is the
the right
tungsten
is,
event.
Zoomed out like this, DJ, we can't really read anything.
Dude, that is
Yeah.
really,
Ugh.
really, really
When
crazy.
you zoomed in a second ago, it was better.
How do I zoom in again? Oh, there
Far
we go.
right.
Whoa.
Hello. Hello.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know I'm
Right
talking about the
there.
tungsten. Yes, okay, so that was the other one I was gonna reference. The one that happened. Yeah. Man. Ooh.
And I'm going to try to find the...
Oh man, that is fucking
So
crazy.
now, hold on. Join this... Nope. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Where's it at?
Caitlin, maybe your
Where's
job's
that?
not so bad now that you know in 10 years nothing
oh,
will be
you
there.
shut the actual fuck up.
Alright, now look at my stream and you'll see the actual path it's going on. So here, when it hits Earth, here is where it's going to hit.
When it's Earth.
I like how you
I'm
just
hoping it hits China. I'm putting it out there. I hope it hits the communists.
All right, thank you guys for watching the stream. We're gonna go ahead and end it here.
But here's the line it will hit.
You
We're
want
gonna have
DJ
to
to
cut
talk
that
more?
out.
No, we're not cutting nothing. This is an uncut podcast right here. Raw, uncut,
But
continuous.
China don't own us. We can talk about them all we want.
Like you want DJ to talk more, DJ's gonna talk more.
God.
Okay, so hold on. Has Neil deGrasse Tyson spoke about this anywhere?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay, well, can you find a clip of him speaking about it real quick and let me absorb the information that he has? Cause holy shit! And did they have a name of this asteroid or this meteor?
Yeah, 2024
Headed
YR4.
towards Earth, asteroid recently discovered. 2024
Yo, you probably can't hear audio, can you?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
On
enabled
my
it.
screen you can?
Yeah, I enabled it.
IR4. The size of the asteroid is still uncertain. The right question to then ask is how much damage would it do? These things are moving very fast. The closing speeds are typically 20, 30, 40, can be as high as 50 kilometers per second. So that's a lot of kinetic energy being brought in. A good rule of thumb here is that the crater would be about 10 to 20 times the size of the asteroid itself. If the asteroid hit a city, leaving a crater nearly a mile across, that would be completely devastating, destroying many buildings, killing many people. Describing the size of explosions, it would land at about between 8 and 10 megatons.
Oh my fucking
The
god.
orbit gets closer and closer to the 2032 January 22nd passage. That means our measurements will be better and better. So either that risk of hitting Earth goes to 100%.
There's a big but
or to
here.
0. At that level, we will know exactly where on
Okay.
Earth it will hit and when. There's an asteroid.
But what he don't tell you there, but what he does say is what they don't tell you is that if it doesn't hit Earth, there's an even higher chance of it 7 years later getting caught by our gravity, spun out in space, and 7 years later it will hit us 100%. We're dead.
Ooh.
So yeah.
I'll be long gone by then. I'm fine with that.
Long gone by then. 30 and what?
Dude,
30,
I'm out.
39?
I'm checking out.
2039, I mean? 2039,
I'm on
we're all
Mars
dead no
by
matter
then.
what.
I'm on Mars by then. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
feel like this would be more of a publicly talked about thing.
They want to hide it from you. That's why they
Thank
keep
you.
changing the numbers.
What? What
Well, they
numbers?
keep changing the percentages of like it hitting, when it's gonna hit.
Yeah, go back to my
Exactly.
stream. Look here. I thought I wrote it down. They keep changing it, trying to hide it from you. It's up there, February 13th, 1.9. Then they moved it to 2.3. See, it's February 18th, 2.3. They moved it to 3.1. And then recently, February 20th, they moved it down to 0.28 because people started talking about it, started getting worried.
They went, no, we're fine, it's okay.
And then what they don't say is you gotta wait 7 more years because it might swing back around and kill us in.
But you
Might,
said
I thought it
mine.
will. I thought it
It's
will.
even higher chance than, after it hitting us, so. And it's going to get even closer to the moon, so who knows what the possibility of the moon swinging out and hitting us again. They ain't telling us that.
What if it hits the moon?
What if it
That'd be
hits the moon
hilarious.
and ricochets the moon into us, and then the moon falls to Earth?
Well,
what the
why
fuck
do you
are we
think
gonna
the
do
moon's
then?
working like a bullet right now, just gonna ricochet? And I'm confused.
I think
I'm just saying, if there's a high collision there,
is the
fragments
moon
of
in
the
gift?
moon could fall
It's
to the
not.
fucking Earth,
Here, I'm
But
gonna.
I have it
and we
hi-
could have literal moon
Yeah, look, I have it
rocks.
highlighted. The asteroid's going to pass closer to the moon than it does the Earth.
Here, I'm starting a prediction in chat. If anybody's in my stream and they want to check it out,
We're dead.
there we go. I started a prediction. Everybody hit that prediction. Okay. So listen.
What?
Why would you? Yeah, I see how big. What? So what? No matter what. So what if it hits China? It won't hurt America? I'm confused.
Nah. It's only like a mile wide, like you said,
Oh, so it's not like a
It'll just
world.
destroy a lot.
Okay, so that's
It's
my
not
question.
a world ender.
Okay, that was my big question, because you're acting like no matter what, this is like a world-ending event. Like this is about to be a fucking world-ending event.
No, just
Pretty
whatever
close.
state it hits.
Who knows what it's going to do to the supply chains?
I mean, here's the real thing. If something massive were to hit America, I think it would set off Yellowstone and it would just destroy everything. If you want me to be honest, because Yellowstone, like the pattern of Yellowstone erupting was like, what was it, 800,000 years, and then it went to 630,000 last time it erupted, and then it went to 620,000, and now it's been unactive for 610,000 years as of right now, and that's why everybody's like, oh yeah, that bitch is going to fucking destroy America. Like Yellowstone, oh, that's a super ultra mega volcano that we don't even we ignore
from
it.
within.
We go take
What was-
pictures on it and dance with our children and act like the universe is so beautiful on it. Oh, y'all don't get it.
What
And
was the
everyone living on
volcano-
Hawaii. Sorry, what?
What was the volcano that erupted and knocked like human life down to 3,000?
Oh,
Like
it only left a
3,000?
couple thousand humans on Earth? Yeah, dude, it was well, that's a debated event. I don't think that's necessarily a...
Tell me we ain't incest then.
Oh, dude, I don't know how we wouldn't be as like a whole human race. But there's different type of humans. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, there's Denisovans, Homo sapiens,
Monkeys.
No, you fucking dumbass. That's not what I'm talking about.
Neanderthals.
Neanderthals, that's the other one. Neanderthals, Denisovans, Homo sapiens, and then there's like another form of
Yeah.
people. Yeah, I was about to say there's 3 or 4 like forms
That's the
of
3
people.
major ones. That's the
I
only
don't even
ones
know
I
what the
of.
fuck y'all are on about right now.
Oh my god, dude, that's what I mean. You're so like I love
The
you
most
so
recent
much, dude.
discovery was like the Denisovans, however you say them.
Yeah, I was about to say the Denisovans. We didn't even know they were around until like the 2000s, bro. We really recently discovered that we had a human race called the Denisovans. Kaylee, it's because do you think cavemen looked like Jordan and DJ? Is that what you fucking think? Are you that
Well,
dumb?
I mean, no, but like we were monkeys at one point too, so it's like we don't look like monkeys.
Stupid monkey.
Monkeys are in the Stone Age right now, by the way. That's another scary event that's occurring that science talks about, but it's not talked about enough. But me and DJ talk about it often, that like monkeys are kind of getting more advanced and nobody's talking about it, but it's like you don't believe in evolution until we let them live amongst humans for, let's just say, I don't know what, another 10,000 years, and watch how weird monkeys become.
They're gonna have cell phones and know how to play iPhone games, bro.
I mean,
They already know how to play iPhone
I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say we already
They're
teach
gonna
them
be
everything.
iPad kids.
They can
Yeah.
already fucking play a Fruit Ninja like a bitch. Have you seen the zoo that has that big little game thing on the window that you can play like Candy Crush with the fucking gorillas and shit? Like, what the fuck?
I don't go to
Anyway.
zoos, and honestly, I went to an aquarium
I
for the
don't-
first
I haven't
time in
been
my
to a zoo
life,
in
and oh my
forever.
god, dude,
I
horrific.
found the volcano I was talking about.
What is
It's
it?
called the Toba catastrophe. It's just a theory, but this is what
That's
they
what I was gonna
really
say, I
do
didn't
think.
think it was true.
Yeah, it became a volcanic winters when ash and volcanic gas. Yeah, blah blah blah. Just explaining how it would happen, and it is a very high probability.
So yeah,
But the population result
Wow.
was 3,000 to 10,000. That was how many
That's
people
wild.
or like human beings or like ancestors
Yeah.
and stuff like that were alive at the time.
That's what I
on the
mean.
planet.
So yeah, because like you were saying, it's a theorized event, but it's like almost there's no other way to explain it. There's literally no other way to explain it. Certain things, at least. Like, dude, DJ already knows one of my favorite things to talk about, and we can talk about it real quick right here, right now, because Jordan knows about it too. I love to theorize about Egypt. Oh, I'm that fucking bitch, because I went and seen at a museum in my state, one of the statewide museums where I live. What are those called? Can somebody? What do you keep Egyptian mummies in? What the fuck?
Sarcophagus?
Yes, I've seen some of them, and I took photos, and I sent them to DJ immediately, and I was like, this shit ain't fucking real. I swear to God, I could probably go find the message and, like, pin it in the YouTube video somewhere and just, like, zoom in on it. But it's like, dude, I swear to God, there's no way that's real. Like, what are you talking about? Egypt is such a wildly fucking insane mystery to me, and if you think we actually know about it, you can be dumb. That's fine. You can convince yourself of ignorant shit. I don't care. That's fine.
I think recently they now think the Sphinx is actually a lion.
Oh, that's not recent.
Yeah,
That's
its
been
head fell
talked about
off.
often. Yes, how they
okay.
reshaped it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How they
Oh,
think the
something
original
else?
was a lion.
Yeah, something else I was gonna say about the population getting knocked down to whatever that thing said, like 6 to 10,000 or whatever.
3 to
Yeah.
10,000.
That kind of makes sense because of the amount of like cancer and disease humans tend to have. Think about like birds in population, or monkeys in
Yeah.
population, or dogs or cats. How many cases of cancer do you hear about in those?
Well, we
It's
don't.
so rare.
Yeah.
In humans, it's like kind of like a casual thing. Like, yeah, you had cancer, but you know, we got technology to cure it now, so it's kind of whatever. But it's like almost common. Why? There's like 8 billion of us. There's no reason that should be common. So maybe the lack of genetic diversity, maybe that actually did play a part in our history. Who knows?
Okay, so can I ask about something as well? Have you guys heard about the place in Egypt that they recently discovered, I think once again in the 2000s, that the people are laying dead in the street, like the bones were discovered buried dead in the street and nothing's touched, and it was like a completely buried city, and it actually has radioactive remnants on the bones and shit, and they are really fucking shocked about this. Have you guys heard about
No.
this?
Discovered uranium. That'd be horrifying.
Dude, no, they
No.
talk about this because they also deciphered tablets and shit that talks about in multiple different places and languages, by the way, not just Egypt where it took place, about how places across the world felt the impact of a great war that took place in Egypt in that place. And it had a weapon that was released, and this is where Oppenheimer, which is crazy, DJ, because I've been obsessed with Oppenheimer, so it was really wild that I found this snippet of these videos being talked about, and these, what are they, pseudo-archaeologists, as some people call them, what the fuck ever you'd like to call them, talking about these discoveries, and how archaeologists stay away from this site because they can't explain it. It's one of the things that they genuinely do not fucking know. They have no idea. And that the site also was never ever ravaged by animals, and they're shocked by that. They don't understand why. Other than the uranium, they think that it's like uranium sickness that took out these people, but how? And it's because they're in some of the tablets and stuff. There's great glyphs that they were deciphering, and I'm gonna have to find it really fast. But it's
Well, I mean,
what?
oh, sorry, go ahead. I thought you were gonna search it. I was gonna speak while you did that.
But it's But what I was going to say was I wanted to talk about the things they were deciphering. What it's basically them talking about was a great war that a weapon was unleashed that knocked out basically multiple cities around the area and made them all
Was it
fucking
from Billy
sick.
Carson?
On Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
I think so, maybe.
I found the article talking about it, yeah.
Okay, because it's super
Buildings,
crazy.
Yeah, turn the glass, the sand
And
turn
that's-
the glass.
yes,
bodies
and how
laying
would
in
it
the
get
street
that
right
fucking
together,
hot?
Holding hands.
So
Never been
yes.
scavenged by animals.
So yes, can you pull up your screen real quick? Because
Yeah.
what the fuck is that, DJ? Isn't that insane? How could it get that hot? We're playing Minecraft
So
out
far,
here.
it seems like he just said it.
What does it say there?
Yada yada yada. Just
Why do you smell like a fart?
kickstarted by race of gods, race of aliens, the gods, whatever.
Yeah, I was about to say it was a war
Genetically
amongst the race of like gods or
modified.
aliens or something, and archaeologists genuinely cannot fucking describe this. Like they don't know what this is.
Yeah, I see. Buildings in the glass, bodies in the street, animals never been scavenged by them, whatever.
So what do you think that is? How do you guys explain that?
I don't know if it's real. He claimed. There's nothing there. He just claims. Alleges. That's all, he claims and alleges. That's all there is. There's no like
There's photos of
articles
the,
or
the-
researchers.
Hold on,
or...
I have to find it.
Well, when the article has a photo of the concrete Mexican alien that they try to pass as a real one, not a
It's
good
a little
sign.
less credible.
Yeah,
The earliest evidence was produced.
their bones have been splattered apart, broken up into pieces. No, they wouldn't have. There's petrified bones from millions of years ago that are fine. What do you mean?
No, that's what the guy argued back at this site. That no, especially if it was nuked, it wouldn't have done that. It wouldn't have blew their body apart. Nukes don't
No.
do that, and that's why he said that they were doing what they were doing. Like their bones wasn't. You know, it's like a suspect thing, because yeah, nukes don't blow people's bodies apart like that. It basically like fucking evaporates you.
I like how the article says in quotations, the, I quote, scientist went on to claim aliens wanted gold to repair their own atmosphere.
Oh no,
What?
he wasn't on about that. I don't know what that
What?
is. I wasn't
Why do
on
you need
about
gold to repair an atmosphere?
that. What's the alien
That's
story? What's the alien story that's from a cop that witnessed, like the most credible one? From Vegas in the 60s, I'm pretty sure. It's supposed to be one of the most credible.
Like Bob Lazar,
Huh?
like Bob Lazar, like that guy.
No, Bob Lazar worked at fucking Area 51.
51.
81.
Well, there's been multiple people on Joe Rogan that talk about, or he had this one guy on that was like, yeah, it literally hovered above like the fucking military base, and like 30 other people saw it. Is that what you're talking about? Maybe.
No.
But I don't know.
This was supposed to
I'll
be
try
one of
to-
the earlier sightings that, like, an officer was on duty on a third shift patrol, and he'd witnessed something over a field, and whenever he got out, it was like, he described them as small humanoid-like people that were a grayish color, and they had a bean, like a big metallic bean they got into.
Is it this? The Lonnie Zamori incident?
Yes, because that's
Was
the
it-
drawing. Yes, that's the drawing.
Yeah.
60s, yeah, I was about to say, everybody's like, that is fucking crazy, because that's apparently one of the most documented, yes, I was about to say, that's supposed to be one of the most legit ones ever seen in history.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1964, in Socorro, New Mexico, the police officer Lonnie Zamora claimed to have seen a UFO while chasing after a speeding car. The incident is considered one of the most documented in U.S. UFO sightings in U.S. history. On April 24th, 1964, he was chasing the speeding car when he saw the shining object in the desert. He saw two people near the object, which then rose into the air with a blue and orange flame. Zamora radioed the sheriff's office about the possible incident. Investigator did find burn marks and impressions in the desert that included an area from the spacecraft's exhaust, supposedly, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Air Force agreed that he saw something, but believed it was a secret military aircraft. Conventional explanations include a lunar lander test and a hoax by New Mexico Tech students. The head of Project Blue Book said his experience was the most... Okay. I wonder, what do you think about that?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he said it had that symbol on it, that little red symbol there. That, like, yeah. Because he drew it on a piece of paper, I think, when he got back. But it's like, what the fuck does that mean? What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, that's how he described it. And that's, yeah, that's how he depicted it.
You should be able to right click it and do view image in tab.
Dude, it's the 1960s. I don't know. Maybe it was a military air balloon or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but he said there was human-like, or humanoid people. What do you guys think about alien anatomy? Do you think it would be similar to ours?
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't think so at all. I have a similar idea to kind of like what I think Elon Musk referenced, that they'd become sexless beings, like they wouldn't have gender, they wouldn't really need to consume food the way that we do, like, yeah, they'd be very strange anatomy beings.
I feel like they look like the aliens off of Fairly Odd Parents.
Dude, honestly, no. I told DJ this too. I said,
what's that movie about the woman who learns the language of the aliens?
E.T.
What? Dude, if they look like E.T., that's horrifying.
There's a movie of a woman who learns the language of the aliens, and they'll write in these weird, like, shapes.
I don't know.
I think they look kind of like that. They're just these weird, odd, tentacle beings.
Yeah, so I was about to say, since The Simpsons has been right about everything, I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and say that, honestly, the aliens might look like the aliens on The Simpsons, bro. They might look like these weird, you know... Oh, dude.
Arrival?
Yes.
DJ literally just told us today he's never seen movies.
And
And then here he has seen a movie none of us has ever seen.
I watched a
think
recap
I have
of it on
seen
YouTube.
This movie.
You have?
I have seen this movie, yes.
The
Pretty good one.
only alien-esque movie I think I've ever seen is 10 Cloverfield Lane.
But yeah, she learns the language of the aliens and how to communicate with them. And the aliens are like those weird tentacle beings in their own little atmosphere, and it's really cool. I think it'd be like that.
Okay. So, DJ, did you have anything else, by the way, we got on a tangent about your world-ending fucking, it's not even a conspiracy theory, I guess. I don't know, everybody. I don't know.
Nah, the world, we're dead. We're just all dead.
Okay, thanks for
I wanna
killing the
be a
vibe.
doomer.
Jordan, go ahead, cue your conspiracy turn.
Alright.
What are you bringing
Yeah.
us?
It's about
fucking good
Skinwalker
God.
Ranch.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what kind of skinwalker are we talking? Can we start there real quick?
Like
Because
Navajo.
Everything.
Yeah.
like the thing that
So-
took out the
Anomalies.
Roanoke people?
Aliens, werewolves, vampires,
So
skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers are mainly like
Hippos.
a Native American, like not like
Isn't that what's in the Appalachian Mountains, too?
those are Wendigos.
Oh,
Well,
what the
I mean,
fuck's
there
the
could be
difference?
Wendigos.
Who knows? They can be wherever the fuck they want. I ain't gonna stop them.
Yeah.
I ain't
Like
gonna
they do
stop
whatever
them.
they want.
So wait, what's the
Um,
difference between a Wendigo and a skinwalker?
Skinwalkers. Fuck, dude! I just watched a video about this. Skinwalkers were said to have done like a lot of really bad like black magic and also consume the flesh of their family or one of their family members, and then they would
Let's go.
transform into this creature that could shapeshift into any form or any type of animal. Do what, DJ?
Uchiha style.
Jesus Christ. Um, so the history for this place goes, a family called the Shermans bought a farm, 550 acres in Utah. I can't remember the name of the place, or like the name of the city that it is. Uh, and when they first got there, they noticed the house had iron bars across the windows and like heavy chains for like mini guard dogs on each side of the house. And they're like, that's weird. Maybe the people here were just worried. You know, it's 500 acres. Who knows what's out here? Um, and slowly but surely, over 2 years, they just start seeing more and more crazy events. The first event they had was with a wolf that seemed tame and stood 3 foot tall, sitting. Uh, and was extremely muscular, had blue eyes, and super dark gray fur. And it would come up to him, they would pet it, and just suddenly it attacked one of their cows that they had because they were, trying to start a ranch out there. And the son and the dad then tried to get the wolf away from the cow. They were hitting it with tools, their hand, anything, and it didn't seem to care. So the dad shot it at point blank range with his Colt 357 Magnum. Didn't care. It just kept biting. So he shot it twice after that, and it just walked off, sat down, and looked at him. He then shot it another time with the pistol. It didn't care. Then his son went and got their rifle they use for hunting elk, and they shot it twice and physically could see chunks of flesh flying off of it, and it just stood up and walked into the woods. And that was like their first, like, what the fuck was that?
What year did this
Now,
occur?
1994.
Whoa!
And a lot of this and all the stuff that they say happened took place within 2 years before another guy bought it and then really researched it and started trying to figure out what was going on. But there was multiple reports of them walking in the woods and thinking that somebody was on their property and them trying to go and get them off, where they would just see lights like in the forest. So they were like, oh, looks like a camper's trail lights. Maybe somebody's out here trying to, camp out for the night and they don't realize it's our property. And they'd walk towards them and then the lights would just disappear. There would be nothing there. They had multiple accounts of like cattle mutilation where it looked like they were surgically mutilated. Like there would be like no real blood mess. They would be like missing like their liver or like their kidneys or just like very specific things. And instead of, the rest. So they lived there for 2 years, and finally it just had enough. And then a guy named Robert Bigelow and NIDSCI took over and bought the place from him. They started doing all kinds of research on the ground. Like they thought, maybe they're hallucinating, maybe there's some type of like gas or blah blah blah. The guy that bought the place had also recently founded the National Institute for Discovery Science to fund research on UFOs and paranormal. So that these people thought this was their best bet to get some money out of this.
Okay.
I think also the History Channel in 2016 did a big documentary over all the things that were reported on this place. But some of the main findings that they found were... Fuck, where is it? They found cattle mutilations, including one that occurred in broad daylight less than an hour after they had seen the cow alive and healthy.
Wow.
They recorded sounds coming from a canyon located on the property. It's not in this right here, but I watched an hour-long video over it. And there's also newspaper articles from even further back of the entire town saying that they heard these noises all through the year, from summer to winter, and there's no one really knew what it was. But the big conspiracies for this are, is any of it even real? Then it's, are there aliens? Is it interdimensional visitors? Is that what the sounds are, or the lights and things like that, and stuff just disappearing? Or geophysical processes causing the brain to hallucinate, which is what I was talking about with like gases, the earth vibrating, I guess, just right with the with the
What the
plates.
fuck?
Yeah, they went into a lot of depth on this. But it's, I'm not sure. I like, are you guys big into like paranormal stuff like this, or are you more into
Bro, I
like?
love it.
Okay.
I love it. I don't think it's real, but I love it.
I don't want to find out. Like, I don't
I
want to know
will.
what it is.
I love going to graveyards at like 3 a.m.
Rather than bleeding UFOs, Travis
So far, nothing has scared me but an animal.
So far, nothing has scared me but an animal.
It's true though, unfortunately. No UFO, no ghost, Wendigo, Banshee, nothing. Not even a Bigfoot.
So do they still get sightings at this place?
Yeah, it's still a very big hotspot. Like, where does it say that? In 2016, Bigelow sold the ranch to a buyer who wished to remain anonymous for a whopping 4 years. In 2020, that he was the mysterious owner, and then that's when they started filming. And then you're not allowed on the property unless they invite you on. It is like gated off, and they have all kinds of like fence up and warnings and no trespassing signs. But you can still get pretty close to the property without being on it. It's 500 acres. So, I mean, you could get in if you wanted. I think they said they'd find you quick, though. Because,
Okay.
yeah, the guy that bought it is like some crazy big-time millionaire.
Yeah, apparently his nickname is Dragon. Did
Dragon,
he give himself
yeah.
that name?
What?
Yeah,
His nickname is Dragon.
oh yeah, there's a campground just outside the ranch that advertises UFO-themed ATV tours.
That's awesome.
That's the closest you can legally get. Yeah.
Legally.
Oh, here's what it is.
Damn.
You want to go?
Huh.
It's in here, and here's where it is.
Dox him live on
It's
the stream.
Visit Dinosaur Land.
hell yeah.
Yeah, Dinosaur Land? That's weird.
Yeah, that was the main thing that I wanted to talk about.
I like skill.
It wasn't as interesting as DJs We're All Gonna Die.
Oh my god.
And, like,
Well, I'm about to hit y'all with some
Dude, I
straight
can't
Oh,
facts.
tell
I guess I
Why is
could have
that?
done Betty and Barney Hill. Is it Hill? Is that your name?
I don't know, but I can't tell my wife what DJ told me. She'll be in immediate panic.
Immediate panic attack.
Alright, let's see. Kaylee's.
Yeah, what's the KP dead guy?
Okay, so the good shit's coming.
So hold on, pause.
How-
You can't just use this guy's whole video.
I'm not. I have bullet points, and I'm just gonna use his clips that he used in his video.
Okay, okay.
Oh, smart.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, big SpongeBob person here. So of course
I don't
my
believe it.
conspiracy theories are about SpongeBob. My first thing. Oh, I forgot I can't play from there. SpongeBob's imagination theory is basically everything that happens around SpongeBob is a figment of his imagination. So like all the big, or like there's
Not
a
the people,
clip
though.
that I'll no, not the people, but like there's a clip where Mr. Krabs kind of like bends over and he has turn signals on his butt and stuff. Like those aren't obviously really there. It's SpongeBob's imagination. Bubble Buddy, the imagination box. Like Patrick and SpongeBob have this whole fucking box with all these crazy sounds and shit coming out of them, but
So hold on,
Squidward
yeah.
gets in there
Explain
and
it
it
a
doesn't
little
fucking
better.
make sense.
Do you guys remember that episode? Because that's the perfect way to explain it. Do you remember the episode where Patrick and SpongeBob are playing in a cardboard box and Squidward keeps getting pissed off because they're making like sounds of stadiums and construction and all that? And every time Squidward gets in the box, that motherfucker don't work. He can't get it to make noise. He can't get it to do anything. Yeah, but he wants it to and he can't. So explain how he hears all that shit, right? It's because when SpongeBob imagines it, it becomes real in that world. But because it's imagination, what derives what Kaylee's about to tell you guys, or like show you guys, is the moment they question logic, it flips off. Everything changes.
Burns out.
Everything
so, for
changes.
example, there's a scene where they're like sitting around a fire, and Patrick's like, "At least we have this fire to keep me warm." And SpongeBob says, "But if we're underwater, how is there a fire?" Instantly, the fire's gone. Okay, which this is also going to tie into my next theory too. So I'm not going to go. Oh my god. Okay. So let me skip through some of this.
Question: I fire underwater.
So
It's
this
probably
part.
one of the most obvious conflicts that it doesn't make any sense.
Oh man. I
And the
missed it.
creators will usually go out of their way to draw attention to the fact that it doesn't make any sense.
At least it's warm around the fire.
Hey, if we're underwater, how could there be a...
I had the characters. so
Whoever
far.
sent this obviously has no idea about the physical limitations of life underwater. Might as well throw these in the fire.
Yeah.
So finally,
So right there.
I will give the people
Oh, my stream can't see this because of how I have it.
Oh, well, I seen it. And while you're fixing that, I agree. So another thing that brings that to life is when he is doing anything like, do you guys remember the really, really, really weird episode where at the end a gorilla comes out of Patrick, like unzips it and a gorilla comes out of Patrick?
That goes into my next theory. That's the one I'm going to talk about.
Yeah,
too.
and in the moment, like, the gorilla ripped SpongeBob in half, he said, "How is there a gorilla underwater?" They're like, and then he gets on the horse and he rides away and the episode ends. It's like, what the fuck is that?
So, and the other thing is, too, is, like, thought bubbles and dreams are interactive with all the characters. So all the characters can see and, like, interact with these thought bubbles. But it's a figment of SpongeBob's imagination. So that also ties into another episode where Squidward, or Mr. Krabs, Squidward, Patrick, SpongeBob are all in Plankton, I think. Plankton wasn't originally with them. There's a clip of it. I'll get there. But they're all like in these fucking underwater underground vent system under the Krusty Krab. And Mr. Krabs is like, "I'm gonna go this way, y'all go that way," and they split up. Well, then they go into this cutscene where SpongeBob is having like a little thought bubble, reminiscing on the time that Mr. Krabs gave him the formula. And Plankton's like, the formula, whatever. And then Mr. Krabs flips out through the little
Thought bubble.
what's it called? The thought bubble. And like grabs Plankton, rolls him up into a ball, was like, "You'll never get it," whatever. And then Mr. Krabs just appears with the group after that thought bubble and stuff's gone. So there's this conspiracy theory that's saying, what if the Mr. Krabs that appears with them is the one from the thought bubble and not from like the actual Mr. Krabs? So the actual Mr. Krabs is underneath the
Krusty Krab still hitting in
still.
the tunnels.
Because if you like watch the episodes afterwards, Mr. Krabs kind of turns into like a one-dimensional character. He doesn't really show love and affection to like SpongeBob, Squidward, his daughter, or anything. He's just kind of an angry whatever man, and that's because that's how SpongeBob portrays him. So since they never found him in the ground system, it's now this new Mr. Krabs, which is absolutely absurd.
One of the things that makes it super believable is like, well, Mr. Krabs never cared about anything. It's like, no, he did. In the earlier seasons, you can see he cared about his daughter, and yes, he cared about money and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. But, like, after they do this episode, people are like, you don't think SpongeBob portrays him that way, right? But there's an episode.
But here it is.
Yeah, I was about to say where he takes Mr. Krabs' shell and he imitates him, and he's like, I
All
love
of the
money. I love
characters
nothing
get
but
trapped
money.
inside of the massive ventilation system beneath the Krusty Krab.
There's an entire network of tunnels and air ducts underground.
At a certain point, Mr. Krabs gets separated from the group.
Yeah.
Crossroads. I'll go this way, and SpongeBob, you lead him down that way.
SpongeBob then takes a break.
Wait.
You could literally remove the scene of Mr. Krabs separating from them, and the episode would make total sense. But wait a second. Look at how SpongeBob's story ends.
You can never tell another living soul. Wait, hold on! Plankton! You'll never get me formula, not even in a flashback. SpongeBob.
Imaginary Mr. Krabs from inside of the thought bubble grabs Plankton and throws him down a vent. And when we cut back, Mr. Krabs is suddenly back sitting with the group.
Why?
The obvious explanation is that this isn't the real Mr. Krabs. This is still the imaginary Krabs from SpongeBob's story who came to life. And the real Mr. Krabs is still somewhere lost inside of the Krusty Krab vents, and they never switched back. The Mr. Krabs they escape with is not the real Mr. Krabs. And every time we see Mr. Krabs after this season 6 episode, he's actually a fake imaginary doppelganger. Imaginary Mr. Krabs from inside of the thought bubble grabs Plankton and throws him down a vent. And when we cut back, Mr. Krabs is 6 episode, he's actually a fake imaginary doppelganger. And the real Krabs in later seasons has become such a one-dimensional character, a one-note cartoon villain. It's because, and I know what you're gonna say, there's no way SpongeBob would imagine him to be that way. Well, think again.
Show me what you got.
Look at me. I'm Mr. Krabs. I love money. Every night I tuck me wallet in and tell it a bedtime story. Oh, what's that you say? Me daughter Pearl needs an operation? I'll do it myself and save a nickel.
That'll do, SpongeBob.
And that.
So that's the imagination theory. So now the imagination theory.
You didn't go into it super well though, bro. Like it's so much deeper than that.
Oh wait. No, you gotta say your part because I'm not gonna steal your part because one thing he didn't go over that you brought up today was the prehistoric traveling through time.
Yeah, dude. It's like that. It literally proves also because the imagination theory is like everything comes to life as far as like when SpongeBob thinks of it, it happens. Like you guys just seen, you can interact with his thought bubbles and not just his, but everybody's. And then there's the prehistoric episode where I always reference how the Squidward getting teleported to the white room and everything's white and he can't go anywhere. Do you guys remember that when the teleporter broke?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is another reference of him not getting the box to work and shit. God damn it, I gotta stop watching Kaylee's stream because if I don't, it's just gonna be loud.
I muted it.
But so Squidward can't get the box to work because he can't imagine things like Patrick and Squidward or Patrick and SpongeBob, right? And then there's the episode where they teleport a bunch of different places in time. Patrick and SpongeBob do. And then Squidward uses the teleporter and that motherfucker goes in the scariest place I've ever seen in my life. And it's that just straight white universe. And that's another theory. And then I told Kaylee the other theory that makes the imagination theory true, that SpongeBob has to specifically do it, is Squidward is really bad at the clarinet. Like, obviously, we all know he's dog shit. But there's one episode where he gets really good and really hyper famous because SpongeBob goes over there when Squidward gets discouraged about it. And he's like, what do you want, SpongeBob? And he's like, oh, I want to listen to you play clarinet. He's like, why? And he's like, because I think you sound good. And after that, it's like Squidward actually is good, and he goes on to perform live, and he does all this wild shit. But at the end of the episode, SpongeBob is like, okay, yeah, I'm good. No, I don't. Yeah, whatever. Like, he doesn't say he's bad, but he doesn't like watch him play anymore. And all of a sudden, Squidward gets horrible again. And it's like literally the idea that SpongeBob is like feeding it, like he is the, you know, it makes sense. It does.
So he's the main character of the show.
It is a show within a show.
Yes, well, this spirals into SpongeBob is having like a Truman Show effect going on, okay? Because, like, what the fuck is this shit? Never really thought about it before, but, like, who is the narrator? Who's the narrator? I have it muted.
About
still.
SquarePants.
And why is the human hand always
there?
there?
There is a secret group of puppet
Isn't it
masters
supposed to be
who are
patchy?
always watching the citizens of Bikini Bottom, and everything goes to plan. This is a conspiracy that Bottomers who are always watching the dance is not what you think it is. There is a secret group of
Learn the secret.
Where's the video? Oh,
He sounds a lot like he's narrating a nature documentary.
The ocean. From above, a simple blanket of water. But below, a complex world full of color, light.
This is one of the movies.
Ah, the sea. So fascinating.
This
So
is about to be one. Oh, never mind.
Here
This isn't the
is
same
Bikini
clip. Sorry, I lied.
teeming with life.
What if I told you that he's not just some random disembodied voice? He's an actual character in this universe.
Here
He
we
is.
are again at the Bikini Bottom boating school.
So this is what I'm
Today
talking about
is
right
once
here.
again the day of SpongeBob's boating school exam, but more importantly, this is the last test for the year. And if SpongeBob does not pass this one, it means another whole year of boating school.
SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, scuba divers are recording this motherfucker, uploading them for their own pure profit.
How else
Okay.
would they get the footage?
Yeah, well, they're playing it like a fucking fiddle, bro. And that little human hand that comes in is really like something that is helping him stay alive. Because if you think about it, when he gets the suds, the doctor calls in the human hand and he goes and does his little scrubby-dubby suds cure or whatever. So this human hand is interacting whenever he needs help. Like, he comes out in the theme song every time in his underwear, and the human hand comes out and puts pants on him to save him from embarrassment. Like, the human hand helps him because they're trying to keep him alive and keep him going through the show because he is the main character.
So is it
Literally
aquarium?
crashes into the.
So
He's
now,
not in the
no,
aquarium,
they're in the-
they're in the ocean recording him, because there's a lot of theories too. That's like, even in the SpongeBob movie, the big human, like David Hasselhoff helps him.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
As I say, yeah, there's a bunch of theories to this and why they're working with humans and why
SquarePants
this
is not
works.
just
And
a cover.
Kaylee, can I go ahead and
See the
expose
narrator
why
and
the
the character.
best reason of why this works?
No, because I'm getting there, bro.
I was about to say,
We're
this is,
getting
hold on, you
there.
guys think this is all theories until it ties into something that the
He's
show
a part of
did
a
that
nature
really kind of
documentary
proves that this
television
isn't a
show
theory
being
anymore.
filmed by scuba divers. Hey, Alex from the future
Hold
here.
on.
It is kind of weird that the
So-
scuba diver seems a little more very possible. Searched really.
Since before time,
And hold on,
This is
pause it.
land-loving scientists.
This 100% was in this because I had this SpongeBob 100 episode pack as a kid, and this was an opening to the DVD pack, by the way. This is literally what they showed you. This was a real thing I watched as a kid. Like, this is how the DVD pack opened of the 100 episodes of
Okay.
SpongeBob.
Yes, and it's
Have tried to learn
So
the
what the
secrets
fuck
of
is this?
intelligence. Their studies led them to the sea, where the citizens of one undersea colony demonstrated a genius so enormous, the scientists felt compelled to record their actions for use in teaching mankind how to live better. The name of this miraculous place? Bikini Bottom. Poring over the mass of brainy masterminds scattered about this strange land, the scientists chose 6 Bikini Bottom residents at random to study. As the scientists marveled at the advanced knowledge and superior intellect of these 6 creatures,
I went to college!
they rolled their cameras and took notes. And now, finally, we can learn all of the things that these smart
Like, what
princesses
is
have to
this?
teach us. Life lessons
That's
from
wild.
Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know how it can get any more clear than that. Now,
Do
if you
you
rewatch
think-
the show with this new
Pause
information
it.
in
Be
mind,
like-
some things start to take on a whole new meaning.
So, do you think the animators, when they're making this, they're just like, haha, funny, this will be funny, and then, like, they just mess up and, like, don't realize what they're,
So
potentially like doing.
no, because so me and Kaylee talked about that, but there are like things that literally give the Truman Show effect in SpongeBob's world. Like we just showed you him hitting the camera. Hold on, yeah, him hitting the cameraman, the human hand helping him out when the doctor calls it in for the suds, like that thing I just showed you for the human, or she just showed you for the opening of the 100 episodes. There's also the original SpongeBob movie. The commercial that came out for that is also giving Truman Show things like. SpongeBob doesn't know that he's famous in a movie and a TV show, but humans come down and like try to interview him, and he doesn't really get it.
That's cool. And at the end of that, they were like, we have some questions. We're gonna ask you about this movie or whatever, and they like answer these questions or whatever, and they were like, "Bye, see you in the movie," and they were like, "Bye, see you later," and Patrick was like, "What's a movie?" So it's a whole thing, but also Truman Show like things. I actually have a clip.
Bowl of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy bland cereal, and wearing the official Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy Blackfist Vipers.
If we think of this as a television show, this sounds an awful lot like a product placement. I mean, listen to how the narrator specifically says the full names of the products.
The Adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy bland cereal.
And they're also
Mermaid
human.
Man and Barnacle Boy Blackfist Vipers.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this new Mococo drink? All natural cocoa beans from the
Hold
upper
on,
slopes
I
of
love
Mount
this clip of
Nicaragua.
Jim Carrey.
No artificial sweeteners.
Who are you talking to?
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Maybe
Who you
the
talking
Mermaid
to?
and Barnacle Boy TV show is actually from the surface world. They are human after all.
Okay, anyway.
Purple skin throughout the
So
entire show.
this is what ruined. I should never have looked at these conspiracy theories because this one has thrown me for a fucking goddamn loop since I found it, and I am genuinely upset because there is a traitor among us, brother. You will never guess who's helping out these fucking humans spy on these people's lives.
But in season
'cause hold on,
13,
pause
we
real
get
quick.
this close in color
Because
that's
that's-
the show.
pause it
okay,
real quick.
sorry for the tangent.
I'm trying.
Because that's like the idea of the show, right? Is like this is like just a kid's show, right? But then the conspiracy theory is it is a show that is being filmed in the perspective of a Truman Show of an actual undersea world that is intelligent life that like humans are spying on. Okay, like that's what we're getting at, and it's cool to think about it like that, or at least the show in the perspective of that.
Okay.
Is this about the green guys?
No.
No.
You're not gonna
okay.
believe who I'm, because I was about to say the show literally exposes that there is a character that is genuinely working with humans, and it tells you because something happens, and and a character calls the fucking French narrator.
Ready?
Everything goes to plan. There's so many suspicious characters in Bikini Bottom that it could literally be anyone. The mailman, the hot dog vendor, Old Man Jenkins, it could literally be anyone. Some people have pointed out that there's this scene
later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
But since this is the only example of anything suspicious with Patrick, I think it's a little more likely that he's just isn't some random side character. It's one of the main characters of the show.
Yeah.
Someone who's been there from the very beginning.
She works
Someone
with humans.
who's not even from Bikini Bottom. Someone who's not even from the ocean.
Not even a fish.
Right. Sandy Cheeks.
Yo.
Dude, I love the dramatic reveals. It's so funny.
It blew my mind, but it's factual. Because,
Yeah.
dude,
I
think about
almost
it.
puked.
And Kaylee,
Come
whenever,
to Bikini
pause, hold
Bottom.
on.
In the
It's
episode
crazy
Chips
because me
Ahoy-
and you were talking about is karate a form of their imagination or not? And I don't think it is. I think it's Sandy actually trying to teach SpongeBob how to defend himself if anything is to happen to him. If you add it into this theory, it's like they were sent there to even teach SpongeBob how to defend himself.
Yeah.
So, this goes into the Sandy's thing because this shit gets crazy.
We find out she was hired by a group of chimpanzees to come underwater and create inventions. But why does she need to be underwater to make inventions? She could have just as easily made any of her inventions on land. It must be extremely expensive to maintain a giant dome of air underwater. There is no way the only is an elaborate ruse to throw off
Will
the
you
other
stop?
characters from the real reason Sandy
I don't want you guys to have to watch the whole
spy
fucking
on the main
clip.
characters and make sure the show stays on track. Many of the times the characters are in danger, Sandy
This is another
conveniently steps
thing.
in to save the day, and many of the wacky, entertaining episode plots are driven by an invention Sandy creates. Everything she does is a calculated move to carry out the hidden agenda of the filmmakers. Her
For
entire
real.
friendship with SpongeBob and the other characters is built on a lie. But you're probably saying, Sandy is a sweet, friendly squirrel.
You're
There's no
fucking
way she's
wrong.
behind this. You're not convinced yet? That's
Well.
okay. Because what I'm about to show you is so mind-blowing.
Pause.
So
Because this
insanely
shit is
revealing that it's
mind
actually
fucking,
the
bro.
whole reason I decided to make this video. Get ready for the big one. Season 10, Episode 10, Feral
Yeah.
Friends, is the episode that unlocks this
shit
entire
gets
mystery.
fucked.
During a birthday party, a green moon suddenly appears and turns everyone except Sandy into less evolved, real-life versions of themselves. Sandy is completely caught off guard by this and decides to call someone for help. And take a guess who she calls.
Hello, French narrator speaking.
And you know what else is crazy? That's the dude from the SpongeBob
Sandy
movies.
What?
It's the dude from the SpongeBob movie, and he's also the narrator.
The one that takes them all to Shell City.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How is it hanging?
Oh, it's not hanging too good, Frenchie. You see, there's this...
Don't say another word. I have been monitoring the behavior of the green moon all day.
Huh, yeah, I guess that's a pretty interesting clip, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy Sandy literally corking
Holy shit!
Okay.
Major nudity movie.
Now hold on,
Saving
this
Bikini
one.
Bottom. We bait
This is a newer movie, but look at this shit. Back it up. Yeah, play this scene.
anymore. The movie reveals Sandy has been working for human scientists this entire time, and we even see this.
The reason I'm back in Texas is because Bikini Bottom...
Weren't that the town you were spying on?
I weren't spying. I was... doing observations.
No, she's
Direct
espionage.
confirmation that
Wow.
Sandy is a
Yeah, DJ's like, holy shit. They literally, so it's not even just a conspiracy theory at this point. It is like, it is a show. Sandy's
It's
working.
canon.
Yeah, it's canon. So-
It is
and
the
that
Truman
the
Show
humans are using
underwater,
them for
bro.
a secret TV show. It's actually more about using them to create merchandise in the plot of this movie, but we do get confirmation that they've always been filming them, and that the human company that Sandy works for was recently bought out by a different company, which explains why they're focusing more on merchandise in this movie rather than a TV show.
You have reached Boots Laboratories, now a division of Gushing Waters Water Parks.
That's
and
crazy.
future home of Sea Pals.
Crazy. Do we have time for one more theory?
One more theory.
Goofy Goober is a fucking cult.
Oh yeah, that yes. Because once again, if we stay canon within the same, even because it's cool because it all ties into the television theory
Yes,
within this universe.
So, the Goofy Goober is being compared to kind of Heaven's Gate in these clips. Basically, like Patrick gets hired on at Goofy Goober. Right now, he's sleeping through his orientation,
Initiation.
basically. Yeah, and there's his initiation for the fucking cult. Yes, but basically in this video they tell him that he has 3 rules as an employee: maintain good hygiene, practice good work habits, and to believe in extraterrestrials. Like the clip literally
that I
says
first
that.
realized there was something more going on here.
The story of our ice cream begins with our founder, Reginald Goober, who for some unexplained reason
Hell yeah.
named Goofy. In 1842, he headed west in a covered ice cream wagon. He served his warm ice cream on rocks and sticks. From those humble beginnings, Goofy Goober has grown into a multi-billion-dollar business.
You know, it's a pretty standard company video. They just want their employees to wash their hands and keep their work area clean.
We only ask that you, 1, practice good hygiene, 2, maintain good work habits,
Nothing out of the ordinary, except there's one more thing that they want you to do.
and 3, believe in extraterrestrials.
Peace, hugs, and ice cream!
Okay, so that's
Gate
fucking weird.
referencing SpongeBob, could it? No, that.
So then, if you think about it, so there's the elements of the cult, conforming identity. So they all come in, everybody that's in there always has a Goofy Goober hat on, the employees have their little peanut fucking outfits on, whatever. They all worship this little dancing
That's
peanut
their
guy.
idol. Yeah, their idol is Goofy Goober.
Their song is basically them saying they are Goofy Goober. They're all Goofy Goobers. Like, that's all they are. So it's basically draining them of their identity. It's almost painful for them not to sing it. Like, whenever in the movie, when they went to that one bar and they were trying to be tough or whatever, and they were like, I know one of you guys were blowing bubbles, and they played the Goofy Goober song, and first one to sing, and it ended up being somebody else that sang first.
It's like ingrained in their soul to have to do it.
Goober, yeah. You're a goofy goober, yeah. We're all goofy goobers, yeah.
I'm a Goofy Goober song say there's them in as if they
this clip.
Try so hard.
It's
They're
as if
like
they've been
melting and
brainwashed
shit, bro.
physically
Like-
can't stop themselves from singing it. And you can't even just chalk this up to SpongeBob and Patrick being weirdos. Two other fish can't stop themselves from singing along, even though it means they'll get beat up for it.
Goofy, goofy, goober, goobers, yeah!
Dead.
And just like how many cults have an
Holy
icon
shit,
or
that's a
I mean,
shocking
just
image,
look at how
God.
excited because kids like me take it from SpongeBob they have some kind of religious worship for them. Well, if you don't believe me,
This
take
shit.
it from SpongeBob himself.
Open your eyes, Patrick! We blow bubbles, we eat ice cream, we worship a dancing peanut for corn's sake!
We do not worship him.
Patrick, you've been wearing the same Goofy Goober peanut party underpants for 3 years straight! What do you call that?
Worship.
Token that reads, "In Goofy we trust."
I had that
Can we
game,
talk
DJ. Do you remember that game?
What?
We had that
Can we
game for
talk
Xbox.
In this video
Oh,
game.
yeah!
A movie video game, there's even a Goofy Goober token that reads, "In Goofy we trust," replacing the word God with Goofy.
How does that make you feel?
Things are looking awfully culty, aren't they? Cults will also...
So this is also weird. I don't really give a shit. They're kind of comparing this ice cream book to like a cult book,
Like their gospel.
Yes.
Yes, because they make the point that like Squidward reads the magazines and shit while he's at work, but they're never about like Krabby Patties and the Krusty Krab and food. But like this is clearly showing you him reading something about ice cream, and this clip gets wild too because this is actually a flashback from the green guy's perspective right here.
reading some kind of book about ice cream. And look at him, he's not busy working, he's
Yeah, this is
choosing
Patrick
to read
and
this
this
in
guy
his
as a
downtime.
child
I mean,
over
compare
here.
him to Squidward, who sometimes reads a doctrine for a cult's belief. Now, obviously, Goofy Goobers charges people for ice cream, but they actually convince their of them
Wait,
belief. Like
did
he's
I
written in his
skip
deck
the-
some kind of... In the new SpongeBob spin-off, The Patrick Star Show, we see a Goofy Goober employee reading some kind of book about ice cream. And look at him, he's not
Does it
busy
go
working,
back
he's
to that?
choosing to read this in his downtime. I mean, compare him to Squidward, who sometimes reads in his downtime at work.
I
It's
think
not
it
like he's
goes
reading about the
back to
Krusty
it.
Krab. This book looks
Yeah.
a lot like it's a doctrine for a cult's beliefs. A major part of how cults get so successful is by getting their followers to give them money. Now,
So this is
obviously,
another
Goofy
crazy
Goobers
thing
charges people for ice cream, but they actually
that I never really
convince
thought
their
about.
followers to trade their money for a made-up Goofy Goober currency.
I
Goober
don't know
dollars.
what Plankton's paying you, but if you let us go, I can make it worth your while.
What is this?
That, sir, is 5 goober dollars. Legal tender at any participating Goofy Goober.
This would explain how the Goofy Goober founder, an idiot who sold ice cream on rocks and sticks, turned the company into a multi-billion-dollar franchise. He
Yes,
convinced
sir.
people to believe that cults used to indoctrinate people.
They
is
also use
overloading them
emotional
with a job there.
manipulation.
The training video says that they appreciate him.
Hello and welcome. As a new Goofy Goober employee, we'd like you to know that we appreciate you.
And then his manager says the exact same thing.
I'm your manager, and I want you to know that I appreciate you.
And then despite Patrick messing up and causing chaos, the manager says it once again.
I'll give you another chance tomorrow. If it doesn't work out, I'm afraid you're fired. In a most appreciative way.
There is
My
no
job
reason
is
to
fucked.
emotionally see this in the Patrick Star Show. Not only did Patrick start eating Goofy Goober ice cream when he was young and eventually ended up working there and worshiping their god, but this green kid also grew up to become an employee at Goofy Goobers. There's a clear pattern here. kids who eat the ice cream all eventually join the cult.
And there's something
That's
different
not the
about
same
Goober
person,
ice
bro.
cream.
The teeth are different. He got more teeth. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's a stretch.
All right, yeah, I agree they look different, but this isn't even like a theory. This scene is literally a flashback from the Peanut Guy's perspective. The show is directly telling us that they're the
But
same.
hold on.
Oh.
Another thing, is it gonna get into how the ice cream is different? Because it's like, this is the only ice cream in this universe that they like get drunk off of. And the best example is obviously the movie where they're like, waiter, you know what I'm talking about?
Right there. Tons of ice cream all night to the point where they
It's the
become
only ice cream
completely
in that
drunk off of
universe
it.
that they get drunk off
It's a really
of.
funny scene, but it begs the question, why does the ice cream get them drunk? Maybe that's just how ice cream works in the SpongeBob universe, and it's
wait,
the way
hold
of
on.
making a
But
family-friendly
wait.
alcohol reference.
Does it
But
only happen
we've
in the
seen
movie?
other instances where characters
No.
eat tons of ice cream, and it doesn't have
It
this
doesn't.
effect on them.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's just not
well,
from Goofy
maybe
Goobers.
this was just a one-time gag for the movie, and it's not a consistent part of the
not.
continuity. But in the season 11 episode, Call the Cops, we get this scene.
One too many goofy goobers again, eh, Patrick?
Her headset.
So, another deliberate reference to Goofy Goober ice cream having a weird alcoholic effect on people. Is it possible that they put something in the ice cream to make people more open to cult
Because, yeah, cults
indoctrination?
are like,
Cults
use
have been
drugs
known
and
to
shit,
use
yeah.
drugs to keep their followers obedient.
Yes, crazy.
So yeah, that,
But then it also goes into talking about how like there's no windows in there. The time
so
on the
you
clock
can't tell
is
whether it's
fucked
day or
up.
night. And the Goofy Goober
Like,
clock
look at
just
the
has
clock.
random numbers on it, so it's impossible to keep track of time. Because of this, SpongeBob eats ice cream all night and is actually late for work for the very first time. Also, can I point out the fact that the eyes on the clock seem to follow Patrick around in the Goofy Newbie? It's a really creepy and specific detail to include. I mean, we know from the movie that the eyes are usually supposed to be looking straight ahead, but here they're always watching Patrick, their next target for indoctrination. Now, if the ice cream is what keeps their followers in line, they definitely want to make sure about this.
These are more employees.
Wow, I can't believe Goofy Goober's employees get to eat all the ice cream
Because they gotta keep their employees delusional if they're trying to trap more.
All the ice cream they
So yeah, that's pretty much the Goofy Goober theory. That and it's crazy because it's accurate once again. The craziest one to me though is that it's all a television show, and you wouldn't believe it all the way up until the point where Sandy Cheeks is proven to be working with humans, spying on the fish.
Correct.
That is so insane.
The fact that Sandy is helping the humans just absolutely boggled my dome.
This whole time. So if you think about it, she knows like Patchy, she knows the Hand, she obviously knows the French narrator, she knows David Hasselhoff. Like, bro, she knows all the humans.
So, you know, you were talking about like there's no windows and the clocks are like set wrong.
That's like a casino.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
I
how
told
like
Kaylee
casinos
that.
operate. Yeah, casinos don't want you to know what the hell's going on. They just want you to play another hand and have another drink.
Yep, didn't I tell you that today, Kaylee, at your house? I was like, it's funny they built Goofy Goobers like a casino to confuse the fuck out of people.
Because even in casinos, like even if you don't order a drink, they'll come by and be like, "Oh, like, would you like a drink?" Like constantly.
Yep. Yeah, they just
And
wanna
so
keep
you tell them like, "Leave me alone. Like, don't come over here."
Yeah, crazy theories. I know, wild. We went in on lighter ones because yeah, DJ's was oh my god. Literally the weight of the world right there. Okay, whatever, my guy.
It's fine.
Yeah, vastly different topics here.
Yeah.
But I'm always on some bullshit, so I couldn't come with a serious topic, and my love for SpongeBob is never unnoticed. Clearly.
All good.
You know,
I
certain
enjoyed it.
people have, like,
But
Armageddon.
now I'm a little devastated and will never watch SpongeBob the same either, so.
Yeah, you gotta think of it like the
Hey,
Truman
Matt.
Show.
You say that and you'll go and watch all the fucking episodes tonight.
My tatty cakes.
Well, anyways, guys, with all that being said, I think we're going to end the podcast right here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you follow on YouTube at Freaks and Geeks. Make sure you guys also follow me on YouTube at Call Me Lame. Make sure you follow Kaylee on YouTube at KP Dead. Make sure you follow us both on Twitch at Call Me Lame and at KP Dead. Follow me on Instagram at Call Me Lame, her at KP Dead. And make sure you guys follow both of our community Discords in our About tabs on our YouTube channels. I'm pretty sure mine's in my YouTube. I don't know if yours is, but they're both on our Discord channels. If not, and the next podcast will be... Oh God, when? Hold up, because they're every other Saturday, so it won't be till the 8th. It'll be March 8th. Will be the next podcast. And I thought, what?
We are gonna stream some games tonight, so tune in for that if you're feeling.
Yes, I was gonna get to that after this. After we get all this wrapped up within 20-ish minutes, I'm gonna be right back on and live playing something. I don't know what yet, but did we agree that next month we were gonna be doing a series of a short shot of D&D for the podcast?
That's if Riley
with or
is
without
on-
Red. It doesn't matter. I guess it does matter.
It does
We got
matter.
Jordan as a DM.
Yeah, but there's only 3 of us. Yeah, it does
Three of-
matter.
yeah.
Yeah, if not, that's
Yeah.
gonna be the hope. If not, we'll just come back with yet another topic and another conversation and whatever. Hopefully, it could be D&D. If not, it's whatever. I don't care.
Because 4 is the perfect number
Yeah,
Yeah.
for that. 4 to 5.
it's all right. We'll get to it. But I'm gonna end the stream right here. Make sure you guys hop right in for the gaming. Goodbye.
Hell yeah.